All right, it's now officially recording. Okay, if everyone's good to go, can I get a thumbs up? Yes, no, something.
Good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Luck, everyone.
Awesome. All the best, everyone. Have fun. And I hope the best person wins tonight. All right, question number 1 to you, Jayanthi. Here goes. What group of microorganisms are classified under a separate kingdom of living things outside of plants, animals, protozoa, and Monera? They are placed so because of the presence of chitin in their cell walls, the second most abundant polysaccharides on Earth. The study of this field is known as mycology.
Mushrooms?
I will prompt you.
What do you mean? Wild mushrooms? I don't know.
Not the answer, Ananya.
Fungi?
Fungi is what I was looking for.
Oh, duh.
Kingdom of fungi or fungus, which is completely different from plants, animals, protozoa, and Monera. All right, second question to you, Jayanthi. First points to you, Ananya, for the night. Here goes. With 135 million followers, this TikTok dancer is the platform's biggest star, often called the queen of TikTok. Who is this TikTok celebrity who did a voice role in the animation Star Dog and Turbo Cat and was featured in the video of Baby Resh's number, Baby I'm Jealous? Her sister is also a TikTok star and has the 9th most followed account on the platform.
D'Amelio?
Perfect answer. It is D'Amelio, Charlie D'Amelio, and Dixie D'Amelio. Well done. Know your TikTok. It's quite banned up here in India, so I'm guessing the Indians are a bit handicapped in this question. Okay, Ananya, here goes. Folk etymology is when new words are adopted from a foreign language, but they're misheard or erroneously recorded, and an attempt is made to make them more English sounding. So what English word did we get from the Old English word, which is written down there, where guma means man? When this word was being adopted, English already had a similar sounding word that meant stable boy or manservant. This caused speakers to simplify the word to something more English sounding.
I want to say bridegroom.
That is the right answer. Well done.
Oh,
nice.
Right.
Well done.
Okay, second question, Ananya, here goes. The Nike skateboard dunk line called FLOM was created by an artist called Futura in a limited 24-pair run. An acronym of the first half of a biblical code, FLOM, consisted of multiple currencies and denominations used as panels. What is the full form of FLOM?
This is pass.
All right, Subramaniam.
Pass, please.
All right, Aniruddh.
I'll take a shot and say for the love of Mary.
Not the answer. Jayanthi.
I'm going to pass. Pass.
Aniruddh, you were very, very close there. It is for the love of money. We have mentioned currencies and denominations as panel.
Oh, yeah.
It's for the love of money.
Unfortunate.
Tough.
Unfortunate there. Long way to go though. Here goes your question, Subramaniam. Here goes. This show, set in a Gotham City abandoned by Batman, has superheroes like Huntress, Batgirl, and Dina Lance taking over the war on crime. Cancelled after 1 season, which DC Comics TV show is this, whose lead actors had a cameo during the Crisis crossover of the Arrowverse? Ten more seconds.
I'll say Canary because Black Canary.
Not quite. Jayanthi,
Pass.
Aniruddh,
Pass.
and Ananya.
Pass.
All right. Ananya passed, I'm assuming everyone will. This is birds of
I was thinking that's your wheelhouse. Sorry.
Birds of prey, huh?
prey. Yeah, birds of prey is the
Ah.
answer I'm looking
Okay.
for. All right. First X of the day, if I'm right. No, actually, second X of the day. All right. Second question to you, Subramaniam. Here goes. The word Patagonia derives from Patagon, the name given to the local tribe who were mistaken to be a tribe of giant people. Upon initial contact by which explorer, who visited the region in 1520 as part of his explorations. He also lends his name to a street nearby. Ten more seconds.
I'll say Magellan.
That would be your first point of the night. It is Magellan indeed, Straits of Magellan, which was renamed from Strait of All Saints. All right, Aniruddh, your questions coming up. Italian poet Dante's work Inferno follows him traveling through 9 circles of hell aided by the poet Virgil. When Dante gets to the 3rd circle of hell, he is confronted by which mythical 3-headed monster? In Greek myth, the monster guarded the gates to the underworld on behalf of Hades, inspiring J.K. Rowling to pen the character Fluffy in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Cerebrus.
Can you repeat your answer, please?
Cerebrus.
That is actually the right answer. You didn't seem confident about the answer, but for a name from Greek myth, that is absolutely apt and perfect. All right, question number 2, Aniruddh. Which freshwater lake in the Andes on the border of Bolivia and Peru is the largest in South America by size? Located at 12,000 feet height, the highest navigable lake in the world, was of prime importance to the Incans.
Is this Lake Titicaca?
It is Lake Titicaca, and we'll fetch you 1 more point. That's the end of the first round. Everyone's on points. It's good to see. And Jayanthi, we are back over to you for round 2. Despite first contact by Magellan, the Philippines Islands were colonized only after 44 years, along with which island? Magellan was also the first European to make contact with the island, which is now a part of the United States of America.
It's just Hawaii.
Not Hawaii. Subramaniam?
Puerto Rico.
Sorry?
Puerto Rico.
Not Puerto Rico. Ananya?
Pass.
Aniruddh?
I'll guess Guam.
That is the perfect guess. It is Guam indeed.
Mhm.
They're looking for something more closer to.
Yeah, I
I see.
figured that the minute I spat it out.
All right, question number 2, Jayanthi. In Dante's Inferno, what is the name given to the first circle of hell? This is one of the 4 parts of hell where those who have sinned but not been condemned to the hell of the damned reside. This is also the name of a West Indian dance, and it's a dance that bends backward to pass under a horizontal bar.
Limbo.
Limbo is absolutely correct. 1 more point for you. Ananya, here goes. Which former Zimbabwean fast bowler captained the national cricket team in multiple spells but had a fraught relationship with the cricket board? He is the country's all-time leading wicket taker in both Tests and ODIs with 216 and 239 wickets each, but was banned in 2021 from coaching for 8 years by ICC on grounds of corruption.
Zimbabwean. I can only think of the Flower Brothers, but I don't think that's them. I'm gonna pass.
Okay, Jayanthi.
Pass.
All right, quick pass there. Subramaniam.
Olonga.
Not Olonga. Aniruddh.
Heat Streak.
Absolutely right. This is Heat Streak.
Mhm.
Indeed. I doubt if Olonga captained. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. All right. Question number 2, Ananya. In 2014, the National Legal Services Authority won a petition in the Supreme Court. One of the primary petitioners was Gauri Sawant, the director of the Chaugi and a goodwill ambassador of the Election Commission in Maharashtra. You may recognize her from a progressive Wix TV ad in 2017. What issue does the judgment touch upon?
I don't think I know. Yeah, pass.
Okay, Jayanthi,
Pass as well.
Subramaniam,
Pass, please.
Aniruddh.
Same-sex marriage.
Not the answer. This is transgender as the third gender in India. That
Actually, I did think of it, but I was not sure about it.
would have been a smart guess if you'd gone for it.
Yeah, but it's too early.
Okay. Subramaniam, your questions. Here goes. The word beast originally meant simply animal. But when its meaning changed to its current one, a large or dangerous animal, the shift through the phrase blank and the beast, of course. Speakers then replaced these with a similar sounding word, even though that made even less sense. What is the new phrase?
Lack of a better guess, I'll say bats.
Not the answer. Jayanthi,
I'm gonna pass.
Ananya,
Is it birds and the bees?
perfect answer. This is the birds and the bees.
Oh, okay.
All right. Question number 2, Subramaniam. Which is the most followed brand account on TikTok, the only one from its country of origin in the top 50 followed list? While the product was exclusive to its country of origin, it became available worldwide only after a merger with Musical.ly in 2017. Countries such as Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and some others have banned the usage of this.
Someone's at the door, so I'll just feed back.
Ten seconds, Subramaniam.
I'm just going to say Spotify, the lack of a better guess.
Not Spotify. Jayanthi.
I'm gonna pass. I don't know this one.
All right, Ananya. Ananya, you have an answer?
No, but I'll take a non-comp guess maybe later.
Okay.
Pass for now.
Aniruddh?
I'll pass.
Okay, what's your non-com guess, Ananya?
Is it something pork related, I wonder, or like something which is not kosher, which is it's in
No.
those countries?
Is it Shazam? Is it, you said Musical.ly, so is it Shazam or one of these other?
No, wait.
Oh,
This is a googly, guys. This is TikTok.
what?
Ah.
Really?
That-
Okay.
The question didn't make any sense to me. That's why I was like, huh? What is that you guys talking about? It is TikTok. And I didn't answer it. But anyway, it's fine.
All
You
right.
just picked and chose those countries as examples where they've been banned, isn't it?
Sorry?
You just chose those specific countries as examples
Yeah,
of
yeah.
where it's
I
banned,
didn't
right?
put
Just to throw
India
us
there.
off.
I just didn't put India there.
Yeah.
It would be a very obvious this thing. But yeah.
Mm.
But its merger with Musical.ly is quite big. Otherwise, TikTok wouldn't be what it is today. All right. Aniruddh, your questions now. What genus of fungi, a type of yeast, is the most common cause of fungal infections worldwide? Thrush is one such infection that causes white patches to form on the tongue. These generally live on mucosal surfaces in humans and are usually harmless, only infecting us opportunistically.
I'll pass.
Okay, pass. Jayanthi.
I can't pass it out. Pass as well.
All right. Ananya.
Is it Candida?
Perfect answer, Ananya. It is Candida. Well done. Good answer. This is Candidiasis or thrush from Candida. Second question.
That's why there's a powder brand called Candid. If for those who are with.
Yeah, that's
Magellan's exploration was funded by the Spanish crown in order to reach the Spice Islands through the Pacific route, as the eastern route around Africa was controlled by the Portuguese. What is the modern name of the Spice Islands, an archipelago that is rich in cloves, nutmeg, and maize that spiked colonial interests?
Guatemala.
Not quite. Jayanthi?
This is Grenada.
Not the answer. Subramaniam?
Pass. That was the same guess that I had.
All right. Ananya?
pass.
Okay. Again, far off from the actual geography of what we're looking for. Spice Islands is in Indonesia. This is Moluccas or Malaccas. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jayanthi, we're coming back to you for round 3. Quick look at the scores. Ananya and Aniruddh, you're both on 4 points each. Jayanthi, you're on 2 and Subramaniam on 1. All right. We continue with Jayanthi. Here goes. Nike Skateboard Dunk Series is a sneaker line that's seen many collaborations and dedications. It collaborated with an artist in 2021 whose eponymous line of shoes was due to be launched in December 2021. However, due to the horrific events that took place in November 2021 at a festival headlined and created by him, this collaboration was indefinitely postponed. Name either the event or the artist.
Travis Scott.
That is correct. This is Travis Scott and the Astroworld Festival.
Well, I live 2 hours from there, so I mean, I better get that.
Oh, wow. Not like I get every question about Mysore, even though I'm 2 hours away from there, but still. Question number 2, Jayanthi. What English word is a makeover of the French word dormouilleuse, meaning sleepy? The name originally referred to this animal's tendency to hibernate in winter. Folk etymology happened, and the new word ended up sounding a lot like the already existing English word for the animal.
Dormouse?
It is. Okay. Just dormouse, nothing complicated. Okay.
I tend to overcomplicate always, so.
All right. Ananya, your questions. Here goes. First published in 1942, the common name for the series of novels and short stories was penned only 9 books later in 1951 by the publishers Horder and Stoughton. Majority of the stories take place in the Welsh countryside nearby the fictional home of Kirin Cottage. What is the series called? Also the collective term for Hibernian FC's forward line of the 1940s.
Yeah.
10 more seconds.
I have no idea. Is it The Secret 7?
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
I'm going to pass.
Subramaniam?
Famous 5.
That is correct.
Oh,
Not
it is.
7, but
Yeah.
Kirin Cottage.
5. Yeah.
I just thought 7 is closer to like a football lineup than 5, so I went with Secret 7.
Fair enough.
All the famous 5 came to me.
Forward lines cannot be 7 people. It's too much. Too many people in the forward line.
Yeah, see, this is what I need to know.
Okay,
To decide
second
things.
question, Ananya. Here goes. When Dante reaches the 5th circle of hell, representing heretics, which Greek philosopher and sage does he meet with? Founder of an eponymous school of thought. The school opposed Platonism and later Stoicism, and also gave us an English language word for sensual enjoyment of the fine things in life, like wine and food.
Hedonism?
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
Is it Epicurus?
That is right. This is Epicurus and Epicurean. Well done. Okay, Subramaniam, we come to you in round 3. Which hypersaline lake in South Australia, some 700 kilometers north of Adelaide, is the largest lake in the continent of Oceania? Although it sometimes dries up and becomes smaller, it does retain a title for most parts of the earth. It's named after the first European explorer to see it, also once a controversial governor of Jamaica. You may give us the aboriginal name too. Ten more seconds.
I say Lake Flinders, for the lack of a better guess.
Not Flinders. Jayanthi.
I'm gonna pass.
Ananya.
Pass, sir. Pass.
Aniruddh.
I'll say Lake Cook.
Not Lake Cook. This is Lake Eyre. E-Y-R-E.
Oh, like Ayers Rock. That's what
This is the
Or it is also now called Kati Thanda. Kati
Hmm.
Thanda. So yeah, like Indian
Yes.
Thanda, I think cool type Thanda. All right. Question to Subramaniam. Here goes. Guido van Rossum wrote this programming language as a successor to ABC at a time when he was also busy watching a particular BBC comedy sketch. What did he create that was given a one-word title based on the sketch? Ten seconds.
Mhm. I'll just say Python for the lack of a better guess.
It is the right guess. There is no better guess. Well done. All right. Aniruddh, your questions coming up now. Here goes. In 1999, as Will Smith's clout grew, he turned down the lead role in which sci-fi blockbuster in a move that is frequently referred to in lists of worst decisions ever made by an actor. Smith explained that he had found the script too complicated and was skeptical over the film's high dependence on some extremely ambitious special effects. His quote was, "If that doesn't work, the movie looks ridiculous."
Not sure of the timelines. I'll just say Jurassic Park.
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
Is it Matrix?
That is the correct answer. This is the
Mhm.
Matrix. Will Smith famously turned down the Matrix. All right, question number 2, Anand. Here goes. At the height of the spice trade in the 17th century, the Dutch ceded an arguably unimportant piece of land, which happened to be Manhattan, to the British in exchange for Run, a tiny island in the Banda Island chain in Indonesia. This was done to secure the Dutch monopoly on which spice? The hallucinogenic properties of the spice make its importation to Saudi Arabia illegal.
I'll just guess nutmeg.
You were guessing a lot today, but all of them happen to be right. It is nutmeg. Well done.
What? Nutmeg is hallucinogenic.
Well, I guess
That's
I'm gonna
news
put
to
a
me.
little extra today.
Apparently, according to Saudi Arabians, it is. I haven't tried it yet, whether it is. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to stop share and reshare. Give me a second.
I usually put some in my coffee with cinnamon, but I think I know why I like it. I think now.
Yeah, I always put it in like creamy sauces, like bechamel
Yeah.
or like fettuccine alfredo. I put it a lot for my kids. I guess I shouldn't.
All right. Okay. Jayanthi, your questions now in round number 4. The game is quite tight and nicely mathematically poised. 6, 5, 4, and 3 on the table there. All right, Jayanthi, here goes. Which of Arthur Conan Doyle's series of stories and novels on Sherlock Holmes has the Indian Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 as a central plot point? This is also the first work that features Mary Morstand, Dr. Watson's future wife. In the BBC series Sherlock starring Cumberbatch, this work was one of the episodes, but they altered the title a tad, rather interestingly.
Pass.
Okay, Ananya?
Pass. Yeah, pass as well.
Subramaniam?
I know 4.
That is correct. It is a sign of 4. Well done. I think everyone's playing more cautiously today, not taking too many bonus attempts. All right, here goes your second question, Jayanthi. This venue based in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, England, opened in 1971. Although it hosts regular theatrical performances, it is best known for hosting professional snooker's most prestigious tournament, the World Snooker Championship, which has been held annually at the venue since 1977. What is it called? A reference to the local steel industry in Sheffield.
I have absolutely no clue. The Iron Bowl.
Not the answer. Ananya?
I don't know. Pass.
Okay, Subramaniam
Pass, please.
and Aniruddh.
Pass.
Okay, and it was also letting this go, not taking one more of it.
The Iron Dome.
It's not the Iron Dome. This is the Crucibles.
Okay.
All right. Ananya, your question's not for. This programming language, named after a painter, takes images as input instead of the usual text. The images, consisting of 20 solid colors, are remarkably similar to the abstract works of the artist, who drew blocks of primary colors on a white background, often separated by black lines. Which programming language?
Is it Modrian?
I'll prompt you. Just need the full name, basically.
Oh, what's this full name business?
Unfortunately, the full name is what the language will be.
Oh, okay. In that case, I don't know. Is it Pierre? Modrian?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said Pierre. I don't think
Not
it is
the
that,
answer.
Yeah.
Jayanthi?
It's Piet Mondrian.
That is right. This is
That's
Piet.
close.
One
Yeah.
alphabet away. Ananya.
Very, very close. Sorry.
I'm glad it was not like John and I said Pierre. That would have been stupid. But
No.
yeah, I'm glad.
And also, I would have gotten it without your help, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, question number 2, Ananya.
That's probably worse, Jayanthi.
Yeah, exactly. It's not helpful that she was this close, right? So for you, sure, Jayanti, but not for her. All right, question number 2, Ananya. Most of Europe's largest lakes are located on the western side of Russia that forms part of the continent. Which of these lakes, situated near St. Petersburg in the Republic of Karelia, is the largest to be entirely in Europe?
I think I can think of just one Bakel. That's the right answer.
Not the answer. Towards the eastern side, that is Subramaniam.
Sorry, what did she guess?
I
Baikal.
said Baker.
Subramaniam, what do you
Pass,
think?
please.
Yeah, all right.
Pass.
Jayanti?
I'm gonna take a shot. Is it Onega?
It is not Onega. Aniruddh?
Is it the Aral Sea?
It's not the Aral Sea. All good tries, but most of those lakes, except Onega, happens to be in Asia. This is the other one near Onega. It is Ladoga.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's 50-50 between the two.
Okay. Question
Them's the
for you,
breaks.
Subramaniam. Here goes. When Dante gets to the second circle of hell representing lust, he comes across many residents who passed due to love. One such person he meets is the lover of Aeneas, the hero of the Trojan War. Who is this queen who fled the tyrannous Greek lands to establish a city-state in Northeast Africa? Ten seconds.
It's a Dido.
It is Dido.
Right.
Indeed.
Yeah, nice.
Dido and Aeneas, also a very famous opera by Purcell. All right.
Subramaniam always does this. He gets my hopes up and then he smashes them in the last 2 seconds.
There's a very famous math problem with regards to this. It's called the isoperimetric problem, and it's called Dido's problem as well. That's the only reason I know it. Anyway.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't know anything about that math problem. New information. Okay, second question to you, Subramaniam. What type of fungi is a highly sought species of edible mycorrhizal mushroom that is prized in Japanese cuisine? Its name comes from Japanese for pine tree plus mushroom, but its scientific name, Tricholoma nauseosum, translates to smelly odor due to its characteristic smell that is widely considered unpleasant across the world. Ten seconds.
It's a shiitake.
Not shiitake. Ananya,
Pass.
Jayanti.
Maitake.
Maitake is also wrong. Aniruddh.
Pass.
Okay. This is atake for sure, but this is matsutake.
Okay.
Okay.
I was again 50-50 between the two. Now my dates.
Well, you're still in the lead, so Can't completely count out being a day. Aniruddh, your questions, here you go. TikTok's second most followed account features which Senegalese-born Italian who rose to fame in 2020 through videos wherein he silently mocks overly complicated life hack videos. The student-based star has also featured in Juventus' wear announcements and fiddled around in Ferrari's garage with F1 star Carlos Sainz Jr.
Gabby.
Okay, you're gonna spell it out.
This guy, the Gabby.
Do you know his second name?
I don't know his second name. I think his first name is spelled Ghabi.
Okay, I will have to pass you, unfortunately. Ananya?
It's Khabi, right? Like Khaby?
That is absolutely right. This is Khaby Lame. If you had given me this
Khaby Lame, yeah.
I would have not insisted it as such.
So close.
I
That's
forgot.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Very
Yeah.
unfortunate. I really felt like giving you that point, but I instead to go by the book. Okay, question number 2, Aniruddh. Here goes. Which iconic stadium, now shut down and replaced by Friends Arena, was the first to host both the Men's Football World Cup and Women's Football World Cup finals in 58 and 95 respectively? Located in Solna municipality of a capital city, the stadium was renamed to Friends Arena to honor an influential local non-profit. Ten more seconds.
Santiago Bernabeu.
Not Bernabeu. Ananya?
Pass.
Subramaniam?
Pass, please.
Jayanthi?
Pass.
Okay, passing all the way through. This is the Rasunda Stadium in Stockholm.
Okay.
All right. Not the Bernabeu, but yeah, continent is right. All right, halfway through the quiz. I think it's quite nicely poised. Jayanthi has a lead, of course, on 7, but all of you else are on 5 each. So yeah, everyone can catch up and make this quite interesting. Okay, Jayanthi, we begin with you. A chance for you to sort of extend that lead, put pressure. Here goes. Matt Ryan stars as a titular local detective in which DC Comics TV show that was cancelled after a single season run in 2014-15. He returned to reprise the role in the Arrowverse and became a series regular in Legends of Tomorrow. The character was also portrayed by Keanu Reeves on the big screen in a 2005 flick.
Gosh, I'm terrible at this stuff. I have no clue. I'm going to pass.
I'm pretty sure Ananya will take it away. Here goes Ananya.
Constantine.
Perfect. It is Constantine. John
Constantine.
I know
Constantine.
nothing about comics, guys. So
I think
I
most
just
of
know
us
it
are
from the
answering
movies.
from the movie though, from Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, some Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was a DC Comics character though.
Yeah.
So
That's the TIL for the day. Okay,
Yeah.
question number 2, Jayanthi. Here goes. In 2018, India's Supreme Court passed a landmark judgment striking down Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code and decriminalizing all consensual sex among adults. Litigating with the petitioners were 2 young lawyers for whom the judgment was not just a professional benchmark but a deeply personal win. Name either lawyer.
I have no clue. Pass.
Okay, Subramaniam.
Will one last name suffice?
Absolutely will.
Guruswamy, I think, was one last
Absolutely
name.
right. Menka Guruswamy it is. Well
Made
done.
for this one.
And Arundhati Kajju being the other one. So Kajju would have sufficed as well. Okay, Ananya, your questions now. What genus of fungi is responsible for the molds that give rise to blue cheese? Genus has also inspired the name of a class of antibiotics, which was discovered using the same in 1928 by a Scottish scientist.
Penicillium.
Well done. Well modified into penicillium. It is penicillium indeed. Okay, second question, Ananya. Here goes. This venue in Las Vegas was labeled by the New Yorker as a home of champions, having successfully staged many top-level boxing events over the years. What is this iconic location that many non-sports watchers might be familiar with due to it being featured in movies such as The Hangover?
The MGM Grand.
Not the MGM Grand. Subramaniam?
Bellagio?
Not the Bellagio.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know.
Caesar's Palace.
That is right. We were listening about casinos of Las
I
Vegas
guess
one
I
by
know.
one, and you did get
Yeah.
that. All right. Subramaniam, your questions in round 5. While many video games carry the Tom Clancy name, very few are actually based on his novels. Which tactical shooter game, first launched in 1998 by Clancy-owned Red Storm Entertainment, is based on his namesake 97 book, featuring the eponymous counter-terrorism unit? Ten seconds.
Rainbow something, right? From Rainbow Six.
That is a very, very well worked out point. It is Rainbow Six, indeed. Okay, question number 2, Subramaniam. Which former Pakistan fast bowler became the country's youngest ever test captain in cricket at the age of 22? The Sultan of Swing picked up 373 wickets in tests as well as 416 in ODIs, with a strike rate next only to Dale Steyn in the history of the game. He has also subsequently coached many teams. Ten seconds.
I'll guess Waqar Yunus.
Good guess again. It is Waqar Yunus indeed. Okay, Aniruddh, we come to you. Here goes. Temple OS is an open source operating system described by the writer as a revelation from God. He wrote it in a programming language which is somewhere between C and C++. Keeping in theme with the biblical nature of the OS, what did he name the language? The name is also a homophone from the central governing body of the worldwide Catholic Church.
Sorry, I don't know. My screen just froze. Just a second. What was the answer for the last one, the cricket question?
Waqar Yunus.
Waqar Yunus.
Okay.
Now it's visible, right? This current question.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ten seconds, Aniruddh.
I'll pass.
Ananya?
Cabal or something?
Fortunately not. Jayanthi?
I'm going to pass.
Subramaniam?
Pass, please.
Okay, this one passing all the way through. So the worldwide governing body of the Catholic Church is the Holy See.
So Holy See. Okay.
This is the Holy See.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
Nice one.
Question number 2, Aniruddh. Here goes. Consisting of Mo Howard, his brother Shemp, and Larry Fine, this American vaudeville and comedy team were active between 1922 and 1970. What was the group called, primarily known for the physical farce and slapstick comedy? Through the 1930s and 40s, they produced 190 short films for Columbia Pictures, which is their biggest legacy.
Pass.
Jayanthi?
the Marx Brothers.
Not the answer. Ananya?
The Three Stooges?
That is absolutely right.
Mhm.
This is the Three
Ah.
Stooges. Okay.
Mo, Larry.
Yeah, that was a quad of 6, 5, 4, and 3. There was a Rainbow 6 and a 4, Famous 5.
Okay.
All right.
Lovely. Mhm.
Jayanthi, your question here comes. Which subglacial lake in Antarctica is the largest in the continent by size? This was discovered just beneath the Russian research station, which lends its name to the lake, and the name will remind you of a landmark 1961 Soviet event.
I don't know. Is it Vostok?
Is the right answer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Vostok, what the space shuttle that Yuri Gagarin went to space in, just simply means east. Okay, Jayanthi, your second question. In 1951, who was named the Time Person of the Year as the Prime Minister of Iran, who nationalized the country's oil assets and expelled Western companies, thereby triggering the Abadan crisis? In response to this, MI6 and CIA joined hands with local dissidents to overthrow his government, something they did successfully to retake control in the oil games.
knew this at some point. I'm gonna pass.
All right, Subramaniam,
Pass, please.
Ananya.
I'm probably not gonna say it right. It's
Okay,
I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass. No mind.
Aniruddh.
I can't recall his name.
Okay, everyone passing this all the way through. This is Mohammad Mossadegh.
Yes, I heard this
Generally,
recently in a quiz. It wouldn't
Yes,
come
it's
to
in
me.
that friendly that I hosted with you
Yes,
guys. It was
the
there
friend
in
that you read to us,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, because it's so familiar. And I think Aniruddh was there in that one too. It's just
No, I think it was
No, not me.
Piyush and a few others. Yeah.
Piyush, yes.
Okay, Ananya, your questions. Scores are nicely poised. Let's see what happens. Which 2017 DC Comics TV show that follows the adventures of Abilene Locke as director of R&D as Green Security was cancelled after just 12 episode run in 2017? The security firm specializes in products for ordinary humans who are poised to be victims of battles between superheroes and villains, thereby creating the feeling of being bystanders, which gave the show its name.
What?
It's the absolute test of obscure TV show knowledge, Ananya.
Yeah. Gosh. It's just too DC heavy though. Oh, I don't know. Because it's my Legion.
Not Legion. Subramaniam.
Pass, please.
Aniruddh.
Pass.
Jayanthi.
What do you think? Pass.
All right. I don't think this question's been answered in any of the quizzes so far. This is powerless.
Okay.
Powerless.
Don't think I
The
will.
feeling of being powerless in the world of superheroes and villains. That's ordinary people. Okay, question number 2, Ananya. Upon arrival in the East Indies, Magellan and his group of explorers joined which governor of the region in the conquest of Malacca? This governor most prominently served as a Duke of Goa and lent his name to a variety of fruit closer home, as well as a city in the USA famous for balloon festivals. I will need either the full name or the surname.
Alfonso.
Like I said, I'll either need the full name or the surname.
I can't. I don't know. Pass. I mean, wrong or whatever. However you do it.
Subramaniam?
Alfonso Albuquerque.
That is right. Alfonso de Albuquerque.
Unlucky.
Lucky there. In some quizzes, we were actually giving points for Alfonso. Just change that for the big finale.
Of course you did.
Subramaniam, here goes your question. Will Smith received his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor for his role in which 2001 biopic? During his year preparing for the role, Smith took up Islamic studies, trained for 7 hours a day, and received dialect training to match the musical delivery of the person he was portraying. Ten more seconds.
I will say X as in Malcolm X.
Not the answer. Aniruddh?
That was going to be my guess as well. So I'll just say Martin Luther King.
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
Is it Ali?
That is right.
Yeah. thought as
Ali.
much.
Muhammad
Bad
Ali,
miss.
yeah.
Ah, bad miss.
All right. Subramaniam, we have one more chance. Here goes. Blank is a widely naturalized plant that is native to India, as seen in its scientific name as indigo. It's a hardy plant that's drought tolerant and can grow in poor soils, producing edible seeds with one of the highest oil contents in the world. The seeds are protected by a capsule that bursts open when ripe, giving rise to which familiar phrase in literature?
I'll pass, please.
All right, Ananya.
Hmm.
Need an answer now, Ananya?
Pass.
Aniruddh?
I'll guess cotton as in
Not the answer. Jayanthi?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, this one
Hey, is
passes.
this Jatropha, the plant?
The
All
plant
the
is sesame.
Open sesame.
Open
Ah,
sesame.
Okay.
It's open sesame.
Ah.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Okay, Aniruddh, we're moving on to you for your questions in round 6. Which former English fast bowler captained England between 82 and 84 in various formats of the game? He spearheaded the English bowling attack between 1971 and 1984 across 90 test matches, in which he took 325 wickets at a strike rate next only to Lilly at the time. He also enjoyed a successful second inning in the commentary box.
is this Ian Botham?
It's not Ian Botham. Ananya?
Is it boycott?
It's not Jeffrey Boycott. Subramaniam?
Pass, please.
And Jayanthi.
Oh, pass. I should know this, but I don't.
Okay, so
Is
this
it
is
Bungle?
Bob Willis.
Bob Willis, yeah.
Bob
You picked
Willis,
the right
ah.
actress. Okay.
He makes a slight appearance in the movie 83, if anyone watched it yet.
I have, but I don't know him.
Okay. Question number 2, Aniruddh, here goes. The Shaira Bano versus Union of India case in 2017 was regarding which practice of a certain community in India. The bench constituted to hear this important case on gender justice was remarkably plural, featuring a Sikh, a Syrian Christian, a Parsi Zoroastrian, a Muslim, and a Hindu justice. However, it was heavily criticized for failing to include a female justice.
I think this is triple talaq.
Absolutely right. It is triple talaq.
Nice one.
indeed. So that means we're 3/4 through the quiz, and there is very little or almost nothing to separate each of you at this point in time. Jayanthi and Subramaniam a slight leader 9, Ananya on 8, and Aniruddh on 7. Okay, let's see how these two last rounds play out. Jayanthi, beginning with you. Blank is a spice native to Jamaica and Central America, but integral to Middle Eastern cuisine, where it lends a flavor profile similar to the combination of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. Although it is a dried berry of a single plant, many people mistake it to be a blend of multiple spices because of its peculiar name. Which spice?
Isn't it just allspice?
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's the allspice. And the second question. Will Smith found early fame as part of which hip-hop duo, consisting of himself as the MC and DJ Jeff Towns? Active from 86 to 94, they scored a string of light-hearted, inoffensive, and humorous hit singles, including the Grammy Award-winning singles Parents Just Don't Understand and Summertime.
Can't remember it. Pass.
Okay, Subramaniam,
Pass, please.
Ananya,
Pass.
Aniruddh.
Pass.
Okay, this is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh
Easy,
Prince.
yeah. Yeah, I
Hmm.
Oh
it
man,
wouldn't have come to me. Yeah.
I just thought that was in the show or something.
That was the names of each
Yeah.
of them, and they just basically had it with an and between it. That's all. Okay, Ananya, your questions. Peter Uberoth is among a handful of people from the 20th century who became Time Person of the Year without having any sort of political role. While he became the Commissioner of Baseball in his later career, why was he awarded the 1984 title?
I don't know. Pass.
Subramaniam,
Pass, please.
Jayanthi.
The 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles.
That is absolutely right. He organized the 1980 LA
lovely.
Olympics,
Nice.
which was very controversial because of Soviet-led boycott. So he did a massive job there. All right, question number 2, Ananya. When Starbucks introduced these spice-induced lattes, it led to a hue and cry about how it tasted nothing like what the name suggested. But Starbucks is not to be blamed, as the name is a misnomer that arises from the fact that the spice blend is used in a dessert pie featuring the eponymous ingredient. What spice blend is this?
The pumpkin spice.
That is correct. It is a pumpkin spice latte.
Which is the worst thing ever. It's great.
It is, I agree. All right, Subramaniam, your questions now. In 2005, the launch of the NYC sneaker of the Nike skateboard Dunk City series was probably the beginning of the sneaker resale craze. What was it named after a nuisance in the city, mainly grey, featuring a small image of it near the heel? They resell for 10 to 50,000 USD now. Ten seconds.
Let's say rats.
Fortunately not. Ananya?
A pigeon.
That'll get you a point.
Ah, lovely.
Pigeons.
No, but thanks for ruling out the rats because I would have gone with that first. So.
Yeah, likely advantageous to person in the second seat in this question.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, here you go, Subramaniam.
That's what makes it a game, though. You know.
Yeah. In 1935, which emperor was named Time Person of the Year for leading Abyssinia through an Italian invasion? While hailed for modernizing the country, this Rastafarian icon also silenced minorities such as the Harari and Oromo, conflict that has continued in the subsequent nation to this day.
Haile Selassie.
Absolutely. Haile Selassie. Okay, Aniruddh, we come to you. Here goes. Which DC Comics TV show was cancelled after only one season in 1991, starring John Wesley Shipp in the titular role? The character and the actor, albeit in a different role, returned for a reboot of the same show in the Arrowverse in 2014.
Pass.
Okay, Subramaniam?
No time to think. Okay, pass.
Pass.
Jayanthi passes. Ananya?
Green Lantern.
Not the Green Lantern. It is simply the Flash.
Oh, okay.
This is Flash's father in the new Flash and the original Flash. Apparently also the Flash in the alternate university of the new series, but too much for my plate.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2, Aniruddh. Here goes. What English word started out as the old French word chattepelos, meaning hairy cat? The hairy part pelos was replaced by an English sounding word that meant pillager, since these things were thought to pillage trees and bushes.
Like a cheetah?
Not a cheetah. Subramaniam?
Pass, please.
Jayanthi?
This is caterpillar.
That is the right answer.
Oh, lovely.
Caterpillar. Well done. It lets you have a slight lead and the opportunity to go first in the last round with you on 12, Ananya and Subramaniam on 10, and Aniruddh on 7. I think all sorts of results are possible in Ravi Shastri's words, all 3 results. Okay, question to you, Jayanthi. Here goes. Which West Indian bowling all-rounder captained the West Indies in 30 test matches, although he is better known for donning the role in other formats of the game? He is the first cricketer from St. Lucia to play international cricket, after whom the cricket stadium in St. Lucia is named.
I don't know. Brian Lara?
Not the answer. Probably bowled all of 3 times in his life. Subramaniam?
Sobers?
Not Sobers. Raman?
Oh, okay.
Courtney Walsh.
Not Courtney Walsh. His average is 5 or 6, if I'm right. So not quite an all-rounder. Ananya?
Marshall.
Not Malcolm Marshall. This is a modern day cricketer, not as old as all of you were thinking. This is Darren Sammy.
There's no way I would have gotten it. So.
Of course, a World Cup winning captain in T20s, but he also was actually a good test captain. Okay, second question, Jayanthi, here goes. This is an esoteric programming language made of only 3 characters, the space, the tab, and the line feed. What collective name for these characters is also the name of the language? Some of your level 3s were stacked up towards the end, Jayanthi, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured that would happen. I don't know. Trident?
Now the answer, Subramaniam.
White space?
That is correct. Fantastic and very timely steal for you. Well played. Ananya, here goes your two. Benny Medina is an American TV producer who was born in poverty in California and initially shuttled between a number of foster homes. His life turned around when he befriended a wealthy family in Beverly Hills who allowed him to live in a garage on their property and attend the nearby public school. Medina's experiences of transferring to this wealthy environment is the loose basis for which Will Smith vehicle that is set to be remade in 2022.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
1 point to you. It is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And your second question and the last direct to you, here goes. Who is the only Hollywood personality with a top 10 followed account on TikTok with around 57 million followers? An equally prolific figure on YouTube, he also had a good year as an actor with his performance in a biopic among the Academy Award frontrunners this year.
Which one? Biopics this year. Gosh. Hmm.
10 more seconds, Ananya.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm not getting this one.
Okay, I'll need an answer from you, Ananya.
Yeah, pass. Oh my God, what is it? Okay, pass.
Subramaniam?
Pass.
Pass, please.
Aniruddh,
Pass.
Jayanthi.
I'm going to pass.
Well, guess what? Once again, it is Will Smith.
Oh, I was thinking it was him, but I was like,
Oh my
you can't
God.
You can have him like 3 times in the same quiz because you had to put Fresh Prince.
There is
I
a
feel
whole,
like there have been
Odds of
there
that.
were definitely more than 4 questions on Will Smith.
so there was a
Yeah.
Will Smith quad. Yes, there was an entire quad on Will Smith,
But this is
but
not
this
the
is
Will
not
Smith
part of
quad.
that quad. This is part of the TikTok quad.
That threw me off completely. But anyway, that's all.
Ah, yeah.
It is part of the plan, must say. Part of the plan.
Yeah.
It's a little joy for us to see
These
this.
little
happen.
red herrings that you guys have,
Yeah.
I don't like.
All right, Subramaniam, here
I
goes.
hate that I missed it. Yeah.
The Beijing National Stadium, officially called the National Stadium, is an 80,000 capacity stadium in Beijing. The stadium was designed for use throughout the 2008 Olympics and will be used again in the 2022 Olympics. What is its common name due to its resemblance to something found in nature?
Bird's nest.
That is absolutely correct. 1 more point to your kitty, and that brings you on level with Jayanthi. Here goes the second one. In 1992, Bhanwari Devi, a Dalit frontline worker, was engaged in a campaign to curb child marriages, female feticide, and dowry in her home state of Rajasthan. A brutal incident forced her into a legal battle, which galvanized the women's movement and finally gave rise to what framework in 1997?
I'll pass.
All right.
The NCW, National Commission for Women.
Not the answer. Jayanthi.
Pass. I don't know.
All right. Ananya.
Pass.
Okay, you're all going to rue this answer. This is the POSH Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, workplace, or the Vishaka guidelines, which actually is the guidelines behind it. Okay. All right. Join us.
Yes.
One
not
second, please.
really
I'm just
women.
closing the chat window.
Yeah.
Sorry, just closing the
Give me a
chat window.
second as well. Okay. Here goes. Last 2 questions of the quiz. Subramaniam and
All right,
Jayanthi are
Aniruddh,
tying
get
on
both
12
of them.
each. Ananya, you're on 11. Aniruddh gets these 2. We have an interesting tiebreaker to get into. Otherwise, we'll see what happens because Subramaniam is first in the passing queue. Here goes Aniruddh. Sold as 3-pack of highs, mids, and lows, these Nike skateboarding shoes were inspired by a well-known, albeit unlikely source. While all 3 had different colors, they were united by soft brown fur panels all over. What was the inspiration? 10 seconds, Aniruddh.
I'll just say traffic lights.
Not the answer. Subramaniam.
Cigarettes?
Not the answer. Jayanthi.
I'm gonna pass.
All right. Ananya.
Pass as well.
I would have thought you would have guessed any which way.
Was it a coffee? Was it like coffee or something, or a beaver?
It's not. This is Goldilocks from the Three Bears.
Oh,
There's
it was-
no way.
There's no end to this at all.
Very
Yeah,
difficult
it's a
question
very
for
wild
sure. But yeah, 3 and the brown fur were supposed to be clues. Fascinatingly, it's been cracked a few times, which I'm surprised about. Okay.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah.
Last question of the quiz. Everything is incredibly beautifully poised. Aniruddh, the Lord is riding on you. No pressure at all. Here goes the question. In 1927, who became the very first person to be awarded the Time Person of the Year title? He was named so after he completed the solo Atlantic flight in May that year by piloting his monoplane Spirit of St. Louis from New York to Paris.
I'm trying to recall his name.
Don't recall his name.
Please recall his name.
Thanks, Raman, for rooting for me. But like, I wish I was next in queue. Then I could have done something. But I'm all the way at the end now.
The guy with Spirit of St. Louis, what's his name?
Aniruddh, you have 10 more seconds.
Blanked out. Pass. Sorry, Subbu.
I think
No
that
worries,
is
no.
Jayanti's
All
win.
good. Well played. Yeah.
Lindbergh is absolutely right.
Wow.
Well played.
Oh my God, that was completely undeserved. Sorry, guys.
No, that's all
Beautiful
good.
match. Beautiful match. Unfortunately
Well done.
for you, Subramaniam, that it didn't go into the tiebreakers.
Yeah, I made too many gaps. I mean, with fungus and mushroom, I didn't deserve it, but it was a fun game.
All right, well played, all of you. I think a game very fitting of a final. All of you were played really well. Jayanthi, congratulations. Yeah, thanks for joining
Well
for
done.
7 weeks. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Are
you.
you guys going to be in the
Jayanthi.
next season 2 or?
Congratulations.
Yes, there will be a season 2, but in a month and a half or 2, or not before that.
Between
March-ish.
FL2 and season
Somewhere around,
Okay.
Marchish. Yeah, the end of maybe FL2.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, you guys, Vikas, Raman, and Shoaib. Well done. This is
Yeah,
fun.
you'll
Lovely
run a
stuff.
nice tournament.
Thank you.
It was great. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers.
And good luck
Congrats,
with FL2
Jayanthi.
as well, everyone. We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.